Fuck, you're a stinky bastard.
I farted over there. You see?
I know. You brought it over here. It was in your pants.
The big baby. Welcome to the podcast, everybody. Dylan's a baby right now.
Hello. He's a stinky boy.
We were talking about some Final Fantasy earlier because we finally beat it. We were all caught up with the story, both of us.
I mean, it came out Friday?
Earlier.
Last Friday.
Yeah, it came out for a while, and
I beat it the next day, so it doesn't.
Dude, you should literally do Pixie Quest just for materia, by the way. No,
I know
it's so cheap. It's only 6 for the good materia. That's cheaper than because the nuts are really expensive still.
6 fairy fancies.
Yeah, which is cheap.
How many do you get per day?
Probably not that much, but you could probably get it after 2 days of doing it.
Yeah.
And plus it gives you 5 tokens each, which is 15. When those quests are easy, like it's literally like
I know they're easy, but
there's one combat usually, and then there's 2 like go shear my sheep for me. Yeah. And the story's interesting because I think it's about Titania, like the original Titania.
Oh.
Because you know that little gray fairy.
Yeah.
I think that is because how pixies are made are by the Aethers of a Death or something like that, and I think there's so much Aether collected when you killed the Light Warden that it made a new pixie that was all about nightmares and shit, and that's why it's so powerful and able to shut the nightmare gates.
Also, Titania had that little cutscene, when you're about to go fight her, where it's spooky and
Well, the thing that was weird about Titania, she got all this build up and then she was nothing. There was nothing. Yeah. And then that's why this is interesting because it's like, hey, we're bringing back Titania because Vothri got all of his story. You didn't need that. You don't need more Vothri story. They brought it all out, and Emic Shelk was like, that's what the whole fucking expansion was about, so he didn't need anything either. So the only raid boss in that game, or in that expansion, that didn't really get much story was Titania.
Yeah. What did you think of the story?
Oh, I liked it a lot. I love that Xenos is like, yo, fuck you, Dad. You're trying to kill my only person I care about in this world with your fucking shitty little cowardice. And it was so cool. And then so in the new story, if spoilers, because this is actually a fair spoilers.
Yeah.
Not the Shadowbringers, but what we're about to talk about, because this is the new quest lines.
The patch 5.1.
Yeah, which is what we're going to talk about. So, don't watch until you do it. If you care.
Fun fact, the patch is called Vows of Virtue, Deeds of Cruelty.
Yeah.
In Japanese, it's actually what was it? It was white vow and black cruelty or something, which is the name of the weapons.
Oh, I thought it was because 2P was white and then the
No. It's the name of 9S's sword.
Oh!
And 2B's sword.
That's cool.
Yeah. But I don't know why they changed it in English.
Yeah, it makes sense still.
I mean, it makes sense for what happened in the quest line, like Vows of Virtue, which was
because
Naicha's.
The 9S and 2B storyline doesn't make as much because it's not as important. What happens is that the Eden raid is actually an important raid to the story, but not
is
huge.
It?
Yeah, it's about the first Cineteer.
Oh.
They find it sleeping, and they're like, "Oh, we have to stop this." And you're more or less putting in things to scan it, and that's what the first raid is.
Huh.
I haven't done it yet. I just know what the story is because I went and did the quest line because I want to do it.
Well, I kind of I found that sleeping whale thing.
Yeah, that's the first light word.
Oh. And then I haven't done the raid yet.
Bobby said it's really hard. She said it's tricky. You said
just the regular one?
Yeah, she never did Savage, so. Well, you said the Nier Automata one was hard too, right?
Oh, fuck, it was hard. It was just a lot of, instant AoEs.
Yeah, because there's those purple bubbles you have to dodge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, a lot of ring AoEs, and, it does, a lot of front and back instant AoEs and then side ones. So, you just have to know what everything literally is. Because, fuck, it's so hard, and I died so
I find
many
this expansion
times.
has a lot of those, there's a laser here, good luck. The last boss of Amarot.
Yeah.
Where it's just, shooting lasers, and I'm just hide in your hole and hope for the best.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was trying to explain that to Tyler, too. So, sometimes you just have to take damage, and it just sucks.
Yeah.
I still don't agree with his spell speed, because he still ran out of mana, and I was like, I think they're running out of mana because you're casting spells too fast now.
Yeah. I don't know. I do agree that Determination would have been best, but honestly, whatever he feels.
Yeah, it's better. It's still, that being said, it might not be better. Because I was like, it's better to have something instead of nothing, but if it's fucking up his cooldowns for his mana regen stuff, it might actually not be better.
Personally, after I switched everything, because I got my spell speed to 1920.
Yeah.
And then I put everything else in determination. And for some reason, that next dungeon we did, I felt like my casts were slower, even though I clearly boosted it. I don't know why.
I always feel faster. And you also felt like it seemed like you were doing more damage than last time we played together. Granted, you had better gear, but...
Yeah, I personally didn't notice, like, because most of my, like, the regular cast without any direct hit or crits were, like, for a Fire 4 was around 2,900. I get a direct hit and it'd be 3,900.
Granted, it wouldn't be super noticeable, right?
Because
it'd be slight numbers.
Yeah. I'm at 1,000. 29,000, 39,000. And then, like, I'd get a crit and it would be, like... What did I say last time? Was it 40?
Yeah, something like that.
40-something thousand.
I'm definitely hitting harder, but I'm definitely getting hit harder because I don't have any tenacity.
I want to find out what that guy did to get 100,000 damage on... It was like the hardest hitting ability that a white mage has. And I don't know what it is, but... Yeah, I gotta find out what he was doing because...
Yeah.
He must have been like min-maxing fucking hard.
Yeah, well, you have to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've definitely been hitting harder. With my direct hit, and I got a lot of determination right now, but I have no fucking, although determination seems like it'd be better on a gunbreaker, because you can make that heal a little bit stronger, because yeah, I know. That being said, direct hit, you're hitting more often that way, because you have your auto attacks, so that's something to consider. I don't think direct hit seems like it makes as much sense for mages and stuff, because you're not auto attacking ever.
Yeah.
Not that auto attacks are the only way to do damage, but, I don't know. I guess it makes your numbers bigger when they do hit, but... Yeah. Either way. So let's start with what did you do this week? Now that we weren't done. No, let's finish on Final Fantasy. There's still a lot to talk about. But yeah, as soon as you play as Legolas, is what I call
Holy fuck. That was so goddamn cool.
Yeah.
Like, the first little bit when you're doing the abilities, I'm like, damn, that's so fucking cool.
Well, the beginning of it's kind of slow, and I thought it was just going to end after you went... I thought I was going to go to the castle, and then you talk to whoever's there, and then that would have been that was the story quest, and I was like, oh, okay, at least there's more, and I was kind of boring at first, because I was like, a little more. I guess I don't mind learning about the political stuff, but it's like, I also don't care that much about Umorians that much. Like, I like the town and stuff.
Oh, yeah, no, I found everything on the first boring as shit.
Well, and like the Umorian stuff that I didn't like about it was when you have to tell him when to attack. It's like, dude, I would rather just do this for you.
Yeah,
than
honestly,
fucking go now. You can't fucking figure it out.
They have to justify adding that fucking mechanic, so they put it in whenever it's reasonable, which it's not even.
Yeah,
like 3 things. You got him past 3 things. Congratulations, he's a fucking hero.
What you know would have been a better way to do it is, hey, how about we all go out and do it? You go get 3, I'll get 3, and that would have made like this huge army of talent. Because there's tons of them on the field.
Yeah.
Like 3 is not going to do anything. There's still a dangerous place.
Yeah. So that was kind of boring. The stuff with.
I do like seeing the fat cat lady though. Every time I see, I also liked when she hugged him so tight he like died and fucking Elfino had to bring him back to life.
Yeah, that was funny. The stuff with the light people and the. Oh, you didn't get there.
Light people.
Never mind.
I beat it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh. You did the grand...
Yeah.
Oh.
I did it on the... I just used did it through Trust.
Gotcha. Me too. Did you wipe on the second boss?
No, I didn't wipe on any bosses.
Fuck.
Which one was the second one?
It was the one in the garden where you have to like pick up the seeds.
I don't know what I was doing with it, but nothing happened with it. What's the mechanic there?
You're supposed to put it on one of the dry parts.
Yeah, okay, that's what I did.
But like... The other people will put their own thing on a dry part, but they'll leave one for you.
Yeah.
And so if you don't put it on the dry part, it'll wipe, like, just instantly.
Oh, it just kills? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, what the fuck?
I never once knew... And sometimes they're on dry parts right from the get-go. So you just leave them there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but the one person will shove them one space.
Oh, so like, okay, that makes way more sense. Because I was like, why am I even doing this if this one's here? But I moved it in a corner anyways, which I guess was lucky. Yeah. But yeah, I never wiped. Yeah, I thought it was pretty fun. I used the Exarch to heal instead of Elfino because I like the Exarch and I wish he was one of your trusts.
Oh, yeah.
I wish he was an Avatar trust. I hate that he's not one of your avatars.
Yeah.
I have been doing the Avatar trust still. I do it like once a day. I'll just go do one dungeon, get some extra money.
Yeah.
There's a chance that a pet can drop in that area or in that. The Road Sparrow can drop and those can sell for like 10,000 or so. So... There are benefits of doing it still, so I'm like, every now and then I'll just run it once just to run it. If I'm like, I'm bored, I'll just run this dungeon again.
Yeah, it's mostly just content for people to do.
Well, the reason you want them to be leveled up is because all the new story dungeons will be done through the trust system. So being able to run them with just the trust is so much better because your trusts aren't stupid. They'll do everything perfectly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to worry about the healer dying and then we die. Kind of idea.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and then like as a tank especially, the trusts are perfect because I don't have to pull them, or I pull them and they just do as I say. Like it just works so much better.
Yeah,
and
it's a little bit of a pain in the ass as a DPS because
you have to pull them.
Yeah.
It's weird that they didn't. So in the squadron missions, you get command missions eventually, and they're way worse than trusts. But they have they have 3 commands that you can command them with, and one of them is attack. And it seems like they should have given them the attack, but they also won't step out of stuff. That's the one thing I hate about trusts is when they're doing mechanics, they won't attack. Like, if the boss is doing like a cone, they'll like move out of the cone and stand there and wait till he's done the spell. They won't be like, oh, time to attack now. Yeah. They just wait for him to do it. But like, I would love if I had my trust as level 80 right now, because then I could just keep running that dungeon, because that has all 445 gear. Or yeah, it's better than what I have.
Yeah, 45, I think.
The only stuff better than that is the...
or maybe it was just 40.
I'm saving up for my expensive chest piece right now. Because I can get that this week.
Yeah. Chest and pants are the best to get. You can see the most stat boost immediately.
Yeah. I just like Xenos. Apparently, a lot of the internet doesn't like Xenos as a character, but he's such a Final Fantasy bad guy.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's so lame.
Japan loves him.
Oh, is Japan likes him? Then I don't care about everywhere else.
Yeah. That's why they added him to Dissidia.
Oh, he's in Dissidia?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. He's the only one from...
Dissidia is only for PS4, right?
It's
like free-to-play PS4 now?
Oh, I don't know if it's free-to-play.
Actually,
I feel like I did hear that.
Well, it wasn't originally, and it wasn't doing well, so they made it a free-to-play game, and you buy new characters and stuff, and it's like a weird fighting game. I think they also changed the mechanic that you don't need 3 people to fight anymore.
Yeah, it's like Dragon Ball Xenoverse. If you ever play that.
Yeah. It's like every Dragon Ball game except for the good one.
Yeah.
I wish they made like an actual good Final Fantasy fighting game. But Japan has like those things. Well, apparently the Final Fantasy, Dissidia is really fun in arcades. In Japan, they have a bunch of Dissidia arcade machines.
I can see that.
Apparently it's like fucking great because like there's all these people up and you like play with them and stuff. But like online and stuff, I guess it's just not as fun on the PS4.
Yeah.
It didn't translate well. But I would love like a 2D fighting game from Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
They've had games where Final Fantasy characters were in them. Ugh, pardon me, bald burpee. But it's not the same.
Yeah.
What did you do this week now that I think we've talked about 14 enough?
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, wait, one more. I gotta push something at the beginning. We have a contest right now. So far, no one's entered it properly. I'm not sure if people are trying to enter or just sharing. But you can win $100 Canadian. So that's easy money. All you have to do is watch the video, tell us your 3 favorite clips, and then share the video. Did I say that? Explain the contest, because apparently every person that wants to share the video doesn't want to actually explain the contest. You gotta explain the contest, otherwise other people won't keep doing it.
Yeah.
And that's it, I think. I can't follow... Like, I would say subscribe, which you should just subscribe anyways if you like the video.
If you're watching our videos.
Yeah, especially because there's a lot of Silent Hill 2 highlights, and then you're like, oh, this must be all the funny stuff in Silent Hill 2. Not even close. Most of the Silent Hill 2 series is, like, actually, like... I'd say it's slow to start, but then it's just perfect. Like, there's a lot of stuff...
I think the game itself is slow to start.
Yes, and that was a problem. And I think it was just us trying to find our... That's why, like, with our Let's Plays, a lot of the beginning of them, a bit slow. Some Link's Awakening.
Yeah, I think the start of Astral Chain was better.
Yes, no, Astral Chain was amazing. Yeah. I'm Wolfring. And you can tell because there's less and less highlights as we progress through it. But that's because we play it very sporadically, too. And then we have to kind of remember... Actually, that eye patch thing was funny, too. You're like, trick up my gear. As you can see, I have an eye patch.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, check out Silent Hill 2. It's probably one of my favorite series we've ever put on the channel, I'd say. Because it's got a lot of good, funny humor that's not just gross. I don't think it actually has any really gross humor. Except for that thing about priests raping children, but that's their thing. They do that. That's not us.
Yeah. That's on you.
It's on you, Catholic Church. Your move.
Fuck you.
Now you make a funny Let's Play series and make fun of us. I would... You they actually do. It's like them playing Pikmin. Oh, look, I'm fat. Dylan.
We got the Pikmin dealership, bitches.
Dylan, no! I didn't know it was real.
Sons of bitches.
I should just play Pikmin. Anyways, go on, sorry.
About
your week? Oh, wait, what?
You're going to interrupt me again?
I'm trying to think if there's any more about the contest. Oh, the other prizes. So there's $100.
There we go.
Shut up. Which you could buy a new game.
Probably. Not the deluxe edition.
Pokemon's coming out. People wanna play Pokemon. So get in the contest so you can play Pokemon when it comes out. Well, actually, be a little bit after it comes out.
Yeah. When does that come out? The 14th?
Yeah, right before we get paid, or the same day we get paid. Because it's Fridays. Nintendo always comes out Fridays.
Ugh, but I'm moving into a new house, so that's my entire fucking paycheck.
Yay! No Pokemon for Dylan.
Nope.
You can come play it with me if you want.
Yeah.
And what the fuck was I gonna say? And the two interesting prizes I entered in was you guys can come up with the subject. The winner, not you guys. Although I guess if somebody said something, we'd probably do it. But we're making this one fun. That gets to come up with a topic for me and Dylan, a question for me and Dylan to answer. Any question except for politics.
We can't come up with our own questions, so.
Well, I just think it'd be neat if somebody's like, Dylan, what frame of glasses do you? Well, maybe I should change it to like you guys can come up with the next live action thing. Like Dylan tries on bras. Huh? You want to try on some bras for the girls?
Not even a little bit.
What if the fans want it? The fans want that for some reason, sure. What's the fucking other thing you win? Oh, you can choose what we get to one off.
Oh yeah.
So pretty enticing prizes. But I'd say that the big Hundy is the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so far no one's done it right, so no one's gonna win anything.
Haha, suckers.
Haha, I get keep my money.
Okay. On to my shit.
Yeah.
So let's see. I worked.
Yeah, oh god, here he goes again. But
Neo 2 beta came out on Friday, the
again.
1st.
The 13th?
First.
Oh, I thought it was Friday the 13th because it's scary.
No.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun. It's really fucking hard. That's what I expected it to be.
You can't even beat the first one. How are you going to beat the second one? It means 2 times as hard.
It's cooler because you can be a demon in it.
Who cares?
I
do.
Be a
demon in Doom.
No.
Yeah.
Only in multiplayer.
Yeah.
Fuck the multiplayer. It was fun, like, immediately, and then it was like, wow, this is just not as fun as I thought it would be.
No, in the new one, it's got a Dark Souls kind of mode where you can play.
Yeah, that's what they say.
But the new one's not even out yet, so.
No. Fuck. What did I do? I watched a... What did I watch? I watched a scary movie at Dayton. I don't remember what it was. It clearly wasn't that fucking good. Oh, we started watching Sinister 2. It sucked. Yeah, Neo 2. Let's go back to that. That was pretty good. You can be a demon. And that was pretty much the only thing that changed. They added this weapon called a switch glaive. Which, like... Have you ever played Neo?
I said no.
It switches between, like, in Bloodborne,
the cool weapons?
The saw.
Yeah. How all the weapons change?
The bone saw?
Yeah.
Like, when it's folded in and you...
Yeah.
That's what the low stance looks like, and then it turns into, like, a real glaive, and then it turns into a scythe in high stance. And that's kind of cool. I never used it because I'm a filthy casual.
I thought you because you like katanas.
I beat the 2 bosses. The second boss was a joke. The first one was really hard. And then they did, like... Neo has, like, a nightmare mode where it's just the same shit but harder. I beat that. But then you have to fight a human enemy. And human enemy is just bullshit.
Like in Dark Souls?
Like in Dark Souls.
I meant Bloodborne.
Both.
Oh.
On Saturday, I went to...
Japan?
It was like a rave, I guess.
Or is your Dayton's on Saturday?
No. That was last Saturday.
Oh. Wait, no.
Did we talk?
You were at Dayton's this Saturday.
No.
You ordered pizza.
Oh, yeah. I was at Dayton's afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Did we do a podcast last week?
Yes.
Did we talk about your party?
Yes. We put a picture of me up.
Huh.
I was going to put a picture of you up, but you never sent me one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so I saw my good friend Brandon DJ. He opened. Witness Me. Follow him.
Isn't it Witness Me official?
Yeah, whatever.
Well, if you don't put that, they're going to follow some other guy.
Well, I'm not
going to
put anything. It's vocal.
No,
Witness Me Official. Check him out on SoundCloud, Twitter, Instagram.
I'll message Brandon and get links for me to put up. That's what I'll do.
I don't know if he has a Facebook. He has a personal one, but I'm not going to give you that.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah, it was rad. He did so good. And then, I went as a dad, same as Halloween.
Wait, you had a Halloween party Saturday?
Yeah. It was like a Halloween themed rave.
It wasn't though.
It was called
November. It's
Haunted
November.
Basement.
It's more like a November themed rave.
It was in the basement of the Travel Lodge.
Oh, you guys were.
And there were a lot of butts.
You were right by my house.
Yeah.
You didn't even come and say kiss me.
Actually, it's like 5 blocks away from your house.
That's not far.
It's pretty far.
I walk more than 5 blocks.
I don't give a shit. Anyway.
One of these?
No. That was pretty rad. Got drunk. I worked Sunday.
Oh, there
I worked today, and here we are.
Is that it?
And then we watched RoboCop.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that yet, though.
Okay, we're not going to talk about that
yet.
Yeah.
We will talk about it.
What did you do this week?
Luigi Mansion. Tree.
Gooigi?
It's fun. It's a fun game.
You play as Norman Reedus?
Yeah.
That's a joke I stole.
Apparently, people don't like Death Stranding.
Yeah.
By the way, I've seen reviews.
Well, okay, the reviews I've seen are like, yes, this is a video game.
More of the reviews I've seen are like, yes, this wants to be a video game.
Yeah.
And it's
like, this is the weirdest movie I've ever played.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope it's fun, but I'm like I said, I don't plan on playing it anytime soon.
I hope that it's at least well received enough that he doesn't lose money on it.
Yes. Well, it's gonna do well enough in that regard because people will buy the PS4 at least.
Yeah.
That PS4 is pretty bombing looking.
I've never seen it, but
it's white and has like black hands all over it, and then a yellow see-through controller, which I'm not a big fan of. I think the controller looks stupid.
I don't want Hideo Kojima to be sad.
Yeah.
And that's it.
IGN posted this thing that clearly shows IGN doesn't know anything. Where they're like, if Hideo Kojima can make any of his famous games into a movie, which one would you see? And they only posted Metal Gear, and I'm like, definitely Police Knots should be on there. Because that's a fucking actual good story.
I don't know dick about Police Knots.
Didn't
he also do Silent Hill?
No, he did Silent Hills.
Oh, that's right.
But
he was going to reboot the series.
And he worked on Castlevania Lords of Shadow. Which is the reason why I was like, he's not a perfect person.
Which one was Lords of Shadow?
It's the beat 'em up.
Oh, the PS3 one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Garbo.
It's not a bad game. It's better than Lords of Shadow 2.
It's a bad game.
It's better than Lords of Shadow 2, the first one. But yeah, it's not great.
I thought Lords of Shadow 2 was cooler, because you play as Dracula.
Don't you play as Dracula in both of them?
No, the first game you play as P.P. Belmont? I don't fucking know.
I'm pretty sure you become Dracula in both. I think at the end of the first one, you become Dracula. Because you play as the same character, as my understanding. There is a cool...
Yeah.
There is a cool shot.
Think you're right.
There is a cool shot in number 2, though, with the fucking... Where you're in the present time, but the castle's there with the moon. I remember that scene. I was like, that is fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, because, like, fuck. I don't even remember. It's like, you go to kill Dracula, then you become Dracula, then Alucard kills you or some shit. He's like, you're my dad. And you're like, I'm Trevor. Was it Trevor?
It could have been Trevor. Who knows? Neither of us have played enough about it to know anything. So we should just...
I'll look it up later.
In Japan, Castlevania is called Dracula X.
Huh.
Which is a less confusing name, because it's like, yeah, it's about Dracula.
Yeah.
But Castlevania is cool sounding. It's also just lazy sounding.
Yeah.
But it's in Transylvania on a castle.
Whoa.
Castlevania. Got it. That's a name.
Yeah.
That's a ding. But yeah, Luigi Mansion, really fun. The puzzles are like... It's kind of like Captain Toad.
I saw that fucking video you posted of
with
like,
the saw.
With the saw, you just busted shit up.
Yeah, you can see
like, what is this game?
And then the boss you fight is like plants, and you like chop off their fucking heads.
Jesus.
And it's like Luigi's just done fucking around now.
Yeah.
And it's got a few moments that actually scare me. There's like a part where you're like looking through a telescope and it goes, "Whoa!" Then it starts running away from you. It's like, why'd you come out?
Yeah.
You could just snuck by me if you weren't an idiot.
Could have just not been a dickhead.
There's a few jump scares that made me jump. The puzzles aren't hard, but they're definitely thought-provoking. It's got lots of collectibles that are hidden. Boos are easy as fuck to fight. The game is a lot easier, in my opinion, because they give you so much more. Like, it's not that the first one was hard, but the first one, you had a lot less answers for problems, and this game gives you more answers for those problems. But that also makes it to give you much more difficult boss fights. Like, all the boss fights in this game destroy the other ones. And, like, the challenge rooms are way harder because it's like, you have answers now, so we're going to give you more problems. And they, like... So now you have, like, these cool combos you can do where you can, like, jump up and surprise the ghost, hit him with the light, get, like, 3 of them at once, and then once you get them really close, start slamming him into other ghosts. Like, it just feels good. And it looks good. Like, it's probably...
Yeah, it looks pretty crisp.
Yeah.
That's
like,
to be expected from him.
Yeah, especially from, like, this kind. Like, it looks better than Mario Odyssey. Yeah. And Mario Odyssey was a good-looking game. To be fair, though, this game is more limited than Mario Odyssey. You can't go everywhere. Yeah. It's cute. It's funny. Yeah. I like it. It's fun. I recommend it. It's probably my favorite game of 2019. If you don't count Shadowbringers.
Yeah.
Do you count Shadowbringers? I never like counting MMOs just because they don't do anything different, but the Shadowbringers story is so good. Like, I always argue, like, everyone who's ever played Final Fantasy 14 is like, yeah, but it's not real Final Fantasy because of the story. It's like, it's the best Final Fantasy story, in my opinion.
I think there's just so much content. Like, you know, the old shit has lots of content, but it's just mini shit, right? Yeah. Like, you go kill
and the problem with people nowadays
or fucking whatever.
The problem with people nowadays is, like, they're like, they get so bored so easy. Like, oh, there's politics and stuff. It's like, yes, but that stuff's actually interesting. Yeah. If you're not a child.
Yeah.
And,
if
like,
you have the capacity to understand it, it's interesting.
Well, and, like, people are always like, I remember when I left that group. I don't know if you're still in that Final Fantasy 14 group. I left it because people just always complain about stupid ass shit.
I never see complaints. I always see the same girl posting, like, screenshots. I don't bother to read them anymore.
Yeah. Well, so there's that one guy that's like, that one guy who's always like, oh, I'm a tank. And he was like the worst fucking sounding. Yeah, like the hardest. There's so many hard things in the game. Like when you fight Ranjit and you thought that was hard. I'm like, the only hard single player fight in the game, in my opinion, is the last time when you fight Xanos and Oedipus at the end of Stormblood.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I wiped so many fucking times.
I wiped 3 times. And that fight's so hard because it's like, oh, I fucked up. Well, I have to do it
there's
all
that
again.
one little window where you have to beat the swords in the right order.
Yeah.
And it doesn't tell you. It gives you no indication what order. Well, and even
the second time, I knew what I had to do, but it's such tight timing, especially as a tank. And I was a Dark Knight then, not a gun. Because I feel like with my Gunbreaker, could do it no problem. I can jump across the battlefield in 2 seconds.
Yeah. Well, Dark Knight does have lunge, but...
Yeah, but only 1 lunge.
True.
Gunbreaker could shoot.
Yeah.
And he has dots and shit, so you can, like, throw a dot on one while you go and do the other 2.
Yeah. For me, it was mostly difficult because of how... Like, you know, there's little gaps in between the stuff. Yeah, so if you lose Enochian, you have to spend, like, 10 seconds getting it back.
The second time I was all hot and well with trying to get to that part fast that I used all my cooldowns. And you need your cooldowns as a Dark Knight. I don't know if you need them as a Black Mage, but they are changing that.
I only have 1 cooldown, it's Mana Ward.
They're making it so you can choose difficulties for each encounter scenario. I don't know what that does.
It just... Oh, it gives you more of an echo.
What?
You know what the echo is?
Yes.
It gives you, like, percentage health, attack, damage, resistance, I think.
Okay. But do you get bigger rewards from doing it on hard difficulties?
No, I doubt it. I don't think you're going to get any rewards. I'm pretty sure it's just to redo the story for people.
You can't do that normally. That's only for New Game Plus.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I eventually am planning on doing a Final Fantasy series. I don't think I was thinking about dabbling in guide videos, but there's no point.
No, it's so oversaturated.
Yeah, and there's better. There will be better people.
Oh, absolutely.
The only thing I feel like I could do better than some of those videos, and it's such a small part that's not worth it, is explain how I personally get through certain mechanics, like with those laser heads and stuff. Like, they don't ever explain the mechanics. They just say, dodge it, like dodging it.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually ever...
Yeah, I mean, you could go into, like, how normal people think during those kind of encounters and kind of... Yeah.
Is that a bug on the thing, or is that just the tab moving?
What?
That black tab on the thing?
On the
audio? Yeah.
It's always been there.
Am I high? I've never noticed that.
Really?
It looks so wacky and crazy. Sorry, I was getting distracted by audio filters.
I think that's just the...
If you guys win the money and have a Switch, buy Luigi's Mansion 3. Good game. Unless you don't like Luigi's Mansion 1. If you don't like Luigi's Mansion 1, you're not going to like this game.
I played it for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a one-off of Luigi's Mansion 3. Yeah. We could do the Scare Scraper.
I don't know what that means.
It's like the multiplayer co-op mode.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. You play up to 8 players online or local. Apparently it's fun. A lot of people like it. And there's also a verse mode. I'm not sure if that one has online play. And it's like catch more ghosts or some shit. Scare park.
Yeah, I'd be interested in that.
I like I said, if Luigi's Mansion 3 didn't come out on Halloween, like if it came out early enough, I would have just done it for the channel. But
yeah.
It didn't. So fuck you, Dylan.
Yeah, whatever.
That's really good. And I played a little bit more Outer Worlds, but as soon as Luigi's Mansion came out, I stopped playing that.
Yeah, honestly, once
Neo,
the patch for Final Fantasy came out, I stopped playing.
Yeah, that's actually why I haven't been playing Luigi's Mansion as much as I like, is because I've been like I have to actually buckle down and play some Final Fantasy. Like I've pretty much all of my streaming this week is gonna be Final Fantasy just because I want to play Final Fantasy. That being said, Sunday, Duke and me are gonna play. Ooh, we could all play some Smash. Terry's coming out probably by then because there's an announcement Wednesday, so it'll probably be Terry Bogard coming out, so we can all play some Smash.
It would be like a week or two after the announcement.
Last announcement that they announced the thing, he came at both announcements, Banjo-Kazooie and Dragon Quest. They did I'm going to show you how the character works, and they're like, he's now available. Both times. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be, this is how Terry Bogard plays. He's now available. Here's DLC. Next character's this, and then they might announce one of the next characters for the DLC pack, the next combat pack.
Yeah.
Who do you think the last character's going to be?
Oh, I have no fucking clue.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't follow that shit anymore.
I'm just excited. Like even if I don't play Smash, I'm still excited to see who's next coming out.
Yeah.
It's just cool.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I get residual like, wow, nice. Even if I've never played. Who the fuck came out? Banjo.
Yeah, you played Banjo-Kazooie though. You said
no.
I thought you said you did. We had to talk about it. You're like, oh yeah, I played the first one because my brother is or something.
Oh yeah, I played Banjo-Kazooie. I just mean I didn't play the character.
Oh, sorry. That was confusing when you said that.
Yeah, like I didn't play the Banjo-Kazooie character. I tried the hero.
Yeah, you were here when you tried it too. You played
That's right.
And we all tried Joker when he first came out.
Yeah.
But that was the first DLC, so.
Yeah.
I seen, in Final Fantasy, I seen a red mage with 2B's dress, and they dyed it red, and I was like, oh, that's actually good. That's a good dress for, like, a female red mage.
There's a great red mage outfit from the very first 24-man raid. The Labyrinth of the Ancients. I have the chest piece. It doesn't work with my guy because he's meant to be hot and shirtless.
Yeah.
But
I wish you could get a fat characters like Vothri fat.
Vothri is...
No, he's too fat.
10 people combined.
Yeah. But like
Dulia fat?
Oh, is that the girl?
Yeah.
It's weird that they didn't show any guys, fat cat guys, because they showed only fat cat guys in the cinematic.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. I was expecting literally every single person there to be fat.
Yeah. Too many models.
Yeah.
There are other fat cat girls, though.
Yeah, there's plenty. But
yeah, I wish you could make fat characters. I get why you can't.
Come to think of it, I think there are only fat cat girls.
Yeah, there is.
Because there's other humans there.
I've looked into it. There's only fat cat. I'm sure they made one fat cat girl model, and they're just like, we'll just put things on it. I get why you can't make fat characters, but I just want fat characters.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there was a big thing, like, where people are like, why can't I make my character fat? And they're like, why would you?
Why would they be fat?
The point of it, like...
Well, and it's Japanese, too.
Yeah. It's... Well, and, like, people don't really want to acknowledge it, but, like, this game is so marketed towards, like, cutesy, hot, you know?
Yeah.
Like... I mean, the Rogue Gaidens are kind of ugly, but even then there are people who find them hot.
Yeah. The potatoes aren't really hot. But
they're supposed to be cutesy, which appeals a lot to the Japanese.
Yeah, it's a Japanese game.
Yeah.
You gotta expect Japanese... Like, they don't know what fat people look like unless they're sumo wrestlers.
Yeah. And even then, they're mostly muscle.
Yeah. Like, they're, like, fit fat. Yeah. Like, I'm sure a sumo wrestler could outrun me. Or at least run longer than me. Maybe not faster.
I learned that sumo wrestlers, like literals, like who are a part of the league, I don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
When they're in public, they have to wear kimonos, which is interesting.
Yeah, they got weird laws.
Yeah.
That's why living in Japan is a lot less good than just going there for trips. Cause, just living there, there's a lot of government laws for a lot of jobs.
Well, there's this guy I follow. This girl who is Japanese and she was born in She made like this video about how she lived in Japan for a while and she was miserable and everything's shitty there and blah blah blah. And then this guy made a video and it's like, I see your point. However, that's not it at all. You just went to a really shitty area and like,
yeah.
I don't know why I brought that up.
Good story. What was I gonna say? Fuck. It wasn't about the Yakuza, but my brain was thinking about Yakuza for some reason. I don't even know if it was about Japan.
Shenmue 3?
Ah, yes. Oh, no, it was about Fortnite. Did you hear about the guy who got banned because he used auto-aiming and wall hacks? And he's like, I only do it when I'm playing casually. Why do you need to do it when you're playing casually? You're a fucking pro.
Yeah.
Fucking dumbass. Anyways, I just wanted to laugh at that. Idiot.
That is
cheater.
Weird. How did they find out? Did he use it in pro play?
I don't know how they found out. I didn't look into it enough. I just read his comment replying to it, and he's like, I just used it in casual, so it shouldn't matter. It's like, fuck off.
Yeah.
This is a reason to ban somebody.
Yeah.
Blizzard, look it up. Oh, and Blizzard had all their shit come out, finally. Overwatch 2
they
is more...
rushed that shit out hard.
The guy for Overwatch 2 is like, we have no idea when it's coming out.
Yeah, because we didn't want to release it yet. But we had to.
Diablo 4, I think, was a good enough announcement, though.
Diablo 4 was gorgeous. Like, the cinematic itself was like 8 minutes long or something. Ooh. That got my fucking
I love how Lilith looks.
Yeah.
That's so creepy.
Ooh.
And
like that scene where it's like...
Yeah, where it's all coming down.
Fuck.
It's a cool scene.
Did you watch the gameplay trailer?
A little bit.
Yeah. They're bringing back Druid, which is sick.
Well, they only showed 3, so...
Yeah. Druid, Barbarian,
and they're fully
Wizard.
customizable or something?
I don't know.
The characters? Well, because they said it's going to be more open world. Oh. I also did you see the WoW trailer?
No.
Very cool. Yeah. It's about Sylvanas goes and fights Borgard, who's the Lich King.
Yeah, I saw on Twitter.
And she splits the helmet in half.
That's right.
And then I was talking to Natasha. She's like, isn't that cool? I'm like, it just makes me think why I play Shadowbringers. Because if this was a or why I play Final Fantasy, sorry. It's because in a Final Fantasy cutscene, it would be you or somehow you would be involved with this cutscene. Where my problem with WoW, and has always been with WoW, is it feels like the beginning of Final Fantasy where you're just some fuck buddy that, has nothing to...
You're a rando and then they kind of shoehorned you in, but you don't get any of the glory.
Yeah. And, like, they call you, like Cliffy was saying, I have to actually talk about Cliffy, too. Cliffy was saying, they call you, like, they acknowledge you as, like, the great warrior and stuff. It's like, yeah, but you're not.
Kinda.
You're not. Sylvanas, all the leaders...
They barely know who you are.
Yeah, they can beat your ass. Well, the leaders know you.
They know you. I guess you're on a first-name basis, but they still don't give a shit.
Yeah, they don't hang out with you.
No.
And they're still way more powerful than you. Like, Thrall and them, like... Everyone's like, oh yeah, but they brought Thrall back and stuff. It's like, yes, because that's the character they care about. You don't care about your character. Your character's just some fuckhead that you play as.
Yeah, you're never going to be War Chief.
Yeah.
Like, because you're
And same with in Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy, the difference is your character, everyone's like, oh shit.
Your character's a weapon, and they acknowledge that.
Yeah. And, like, your character doesn't... The thing about, like, but you don't get to be the leader. Your character wouldn't want to be the leader.
No,
your character is literally just a great guy.
They often ask you, like, what your motivations are. And
you're just like...
You can choose, like, power, glory, riches. And they're like, ugh.
Yeah, they're like... Well, I always choose, like, what I would like to choose. So I'm just a generally good guy.
Sure, yeah.
Because I'm a people person, I think.
And, like, oh, man. Reddit hyped up, the back end of... Stormblood, where Yotsu's brother comes in.
Yeah. Wait, Reddit? Yotsu's brother?
Asahi?
Like, who is he?
The shitty little kid.
Oh, yeah,
who comes in. Yeah, and he's kind of a dickhead.
Yeah.
Reddit hyped that up so much. Like, I saw it before I got to that content.
Yeah.
Because, like, I stopped playing Stormblood for, like...
That content was sweet.
A few months, until you started playing. That's when I kind of picked it back up. But, yeah, that content was out for quite a while by that point. And, like... God, they made it seem like you hated this guy.
Well,
like,
no, everyone hated him.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's, I think, why I got it in my head. Like, I thought it was going to be delicious. Like, you were going to fucking rage. And you kind of did. Like, there were parts where, like, your guy was actually angry.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was a little let down once I got to it.
I love that entire story arc. Like, it was... so sad and so like I like depressing storylines, and that was a depressing storyline.
Yeah.
Like, nothing worked out.
Well, because, God, Yahtzee was such a fucking cunt, and then she loses all of her memories, and she's so helpless, and you're like...
And she's such a cute...
I can't hate you.
Big samurai boys there.
And he vouches, like, he would give his own life for this girl.
Well, and it's so sad, too, that fucking, like, at the very end, she's dead before he can say goodbye.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
And like,
even at the end, she knows. She's like, I fucked up.
Yeah, well,
I'm sorry.
When you're fighting in the memory, and it's like Xenos is holding her back, and the samurai goes and stops it.
Oh my God, that fucking killed me. I'm like in the middle of a dungeon, I'm trying not to fall apart. I'm like...
that's such a good story. This is why Final Fantasy's better.
Yeah,
I've never have I felt like in WoW when they do that shit, it just pisses me off.
Well, okay.
Did you do Lich King?
No.
In Lich King, when you're fighting Lich King, fucking the guy with the fucking paladin with the light sword comes in. Mm-hmm. Lich King comes in, he does this thing, puts you all in the sword, and you're all dead, and you're about to die or something. And then some asshole fucking that I hate, Tyrion four skin or something, comes in and it's like, oh, I saved you, well, I'm the hero. It's like, cool.
Thanks,
can't even get the raid fight done without some asshole. Where you do always free yourself. Like when you fight Shinryu and he binds you and is about to hit you with the thing, you break yourself the fuck out.
God damn. I love the little parts where you're talking to common folk and they're like, holy shit, this is the guy. Like,
you're the guy I love it
when they send you on menial tasks and they're like, listen, I know you're a god slayer, but can you get me some chicken?
I like the so in the Nier Automata, right? So we're going to be talking about, this is going to be a lot of Final Fantasy because we've been playing. What's the timer at, honestly? Oh, okay, we're still good. We still got time for robo-cop. There's not going to probably be a subject again today because...
Whatever.
Robo-cop. We're talking, that's what's important. Anyways, I love when you go do the Nier Automata raid to get it, and the guy's like, I think this is the guy. Oh, the one that'll do any task no matter what?
Yeah.
Yes, you can tell. He has the strong necks of someone who nods a lot.
I love when it's tongue-in-cheek about... Or, you didn't do the Return to Ivalice raid, but there's this guy you talk to, and he's like, fuck, I can't even remember. It's like, what do you even do, like, between adventures? Like, that's literally your only purpose is to adventure. And then you can either say, yeah, you're right, or, yeah, and you're some guy who just sits in an airship till somebody docks to you. And he's like, and if you click that, he's like, yeah, you're right. But then that ends the dialogue and it doesn't further the quest. You have to go through that whole shit again and then play his tune. And I'm like, fuck you.
I mine or craft. I have to go back to mining. You make so much money mining. I think I'm just gonna level my gathering.
All of the crafting.
But you have to do it all, which is probably why you make so much money. Well, and I also want to do the Ishgard stuff. I think rebuilding Ishgard would be cool.
Yeah. And I
need to go and do Heaven's... do you have the... No, fuck, you don't have the car.
No.
Because I was like, what we should do is go to Heaven's Ward areas, and so I can get all my flight zones. And since you have the car, I thought you could just fly me from place to place, but you don't. No. So you're useless.
Whatever.
I'll just go do it myself. I think that's what I'll do tonight. Grab some flight zones. I don't really want to do anything. Unless you're... Yeah, because you're going to probably go to bed when you get home, eh? Yeah. I want to do more dungeons. But I don't like doing dungeons by myself. I like having at least one person so I can rectify that I'm not shit.
Well, it's nice to talk to somebody while you're doing it.
Yeah, like, hey, look at this stupid... Like when I was doing the burn, because I did a thing for level 60, 70 dungeons, and I was like, everyone in this dungeon's a fucking idiot. Yeah. Every single... Like, okay, so you know in the burn with the first big pull you do and you run through the things and there's the rocks falling?
Oh, yeah.
So I pulled them to the edge of that cliff, and all three of the other members were sitting where the rocks fall, and they're constantly just getting banged by the rocks. I'm like, okay, I could get maybe getting hit the first time and then being like, oh, I should move, huh? Nope.
Well, isn't it skinny? Like, did you have any, like a dragoon or a monk?
There was one dragoon.
Yeah, they have directional stuff, so like...
Yes, okay. But what about the summoner?
Yeah,
and the white mage.
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
Just walk through. And, like, I did think about that, so I ended up moving them. And the dragoon did move, because, well, they have to.
They have to, yeah.
But everyone else just stayed there. And I'm like... Idiots. Anyways, yeah, Final Fantasy 14 is way better than WoW. Don't give it, fight me.
Yeah.
I'm glad that everyone's getting a new raid in WoW, and if you enjoy WoW more, that's good. But it's not a better game.
Yeah, no. Honestly, people are just like, they got Stockholm Syndrome at this point.
No, it's like, literally, like, people are like, I can't just quit it anymore. I've put so much time into it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I quit it.
Yeah.
And I had tons of hours in that game. Cliffy is the exact reason for that, but Cliffy also plays Final Fantasy. He just...
Does he?
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I have a Cliffy story. So Cliffy watched the podcast where he's talking about you, and remember we were talking about who's fatter, you or him?
Oh.
And he's like, oh, so what you guys talk about on my podcast? Me or Dylan's fatter? Huh? I'm like, well, I defended you first off, fuckhead. What do you want? Next time for me to just say, oh no, Dylan, you're way skinnier.
In fact, you're so handsome. Fuck Clifton.
Yeah, so that was Cliffy. People definitely know who Cliffy is at this point because we've either said his first name sometimes, and then I always call him Cliffy. You always say Clifton. You're the one who's gonna get Cliffy raped at the end of this.
I don't think we've ever said his first name.
Probably have at least once. I call him Gibbons at work, honestly.
Gibbons.
Yeah, like saying hot Gibbons in the city, looking fat, looking pretty. He hates it.
Yeah.
There was a point where he hated Cliffy and Cliffy Goose, but now he hates Gibbons.
Yeah.
You just got to get a worse name, so he starts adjusting to the other name, and eventually he won't know who he is anymore.
Yeah. Who am I?
Am I Giblins? Always got to look for a Cliffy Goose in a game. That's important too.
Yeah.
When you play a game, you got to figure out who the Cliffy Goose is. They should have a flying form. That's why Vothri is a perfect Cliffy.
Yeah.
That was funny when we were watching it, and Davey's like, forgot my dips!
What?
There's a... No, it won't be on there anymore. I should have asked NoClicks to clip it for me. But it was... Oh, no, because you can't see the comments anyway, so it doesn't matter when you clip it. But it just... In the scene where Vothri was freaking out, like, you know, when he's, like, freaking out and he's trying to eat the food.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh, Cliffy's angry about something. Davey's like, forgot his dips.
Oh, boy.
It was good times.
So we watched
RoboCop.
RoboCop.
Watch us stream Final Fantasy at twitch.tv/Jesse Panic. We might eventually, me and Dylan might hook it up so we have a dual stream so you can watch both of us. That'll only be every now and then.
Yeah. Well, once I move to the south side, it'll be a lot easier to just come over on a whim. So.
Yeah. And you could probably ask Natasha if you want to use her computer to stream every now and then.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd ask her, but I was going to set it up for her anyway so she can do it. And then you could just have your own setup.
Yeah. I want to save up for a computer, but fuck.
But then are you going to get Final Fantasy for PC ever, or no?
If I have a nice PC, sure.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, my PlayStation is shit to start with. It's so fucking loud, like it just...
Would you still play with controllers after?
I might. I think I would give it a shot with keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't play that kind of game. Like, when I watch you play with controller, I'm like, I would hate this.
It makes sense to me in a way that keyboard and mouse just doesn't. Because, like, I don't like when I'm using, like, the three fingers, ASWD, and then I have to get off of ASWD to hit any of my other keys.
Yeah.
And that just... I hate it.
I use Q and E a lot more than I use ASWD.
With a controller, I can move the camera while doing everything.
Yes, that's true. Well, you can move your camera easily enough while doing everything else. And most of my commands, the only thing I need to hit my keyboard for is Control, Shift, and my F keys. Those are the only ones. And the F keys can be tricky from time, especially if it's a further down the road F key.
However, one thing I didn't consider is I don't move as a black mage. So I don't need to.
Always be casting. This is just a Final Fantasy stream.
That might be better.
Or podcast.
Yeah. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to Dylan having a stroke. Anyway, so we watched RoboCop finally, and Dylan was very reluctant to watch RoboCop for many a year.
Yeah, well, okay. I just don't like sci-fi movies to begin with.
It's not sci-fi? Cyberpunk?
It's not even cyberpunk.
No, it's literally considered cyberpunk. It's in a dystopian era, and it's about cybernetics.
All right, I guess. I'll give you that. I would... yeah, okay. We'll just... Yeah. I don't like it, but I'll concede. It was a roller coaster.
It's a fun, crazy movie for the kids.
Yeah.
Not for kids.
I don't like...
I actually got pretty traumatized from the movie when I was a kid because of the first scene where the cop gets blown up.
Oh yeah,
with the bullets.
That was pretty fun.
Not the one with not the first guy who dies. That scene was kind of just weird and funny.
The first guy that dies?
Remember, like, drop the gun. You have 20 seconds to oblige, and he puts the gun down.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
That was just more fun because the scene where Murphy dies is actually like intense. Like when he looks at his hand, it's like bleeding out and shit.
Yeah, I imagine as a kid seeing that shit, you'd be like,
oh! That and the scene with the toxic waste in the sauna.
Yeah, that was fucked.
That's just weird too. God, we're at the sawmill. Gotta throw out the toxic waste.
Toxic waste in this bin that says toxic waste.
Also, if it was abandoned, they would have had someone go get that.
Yeah, right?
They wouldn't just leave it there. Because eventually it would go through it.
Yeah.
And it'd cause huge problems for Detroit. But it's Detroit. It's a crazy place.
Yeah, true. Nothing makes sense in Detroit.
Cops just leave bodies on the floor after they kill them.
Well, we killed that guy. Time to fuck off. God damn. Yeah, there was some really funny parts. And Red Foreman, whoever the fuck his real name is.
Red Foreman.
Red Foreman.
Yeah.
He did a great job.
Yeah.
Honestly, he made such a good bad guy.
Yeah.
And, like, for how campy the movie was, his character wasn't.
Yeah.
Like, it was good.
He has certain scenes that are a little campy, but it's like the Joker in a Batman movie. He has to fit the scene.
Yeah. I mean, like, that part where he's going to meet Dick Jones.
Yeah.
And he's, like, being weird with the secretary.
Yeah.
That was unnecessary, but I mean, he's a bad guy.
Well, and he's supposed to come off as creepy. Think about it. He's raped people and shit. Like,
true.
He's a fucked up guy.
He's supposed to be fucked up, yeah.
And then, like, I'd say the most campy scene of his is where he picks up the guy. He's like, "Bobby, can you fly?" And
yeah, that's
a pretty good Red Foreman impression, honestly. And then the scene where the guy has the same car. He's like, "Look, I got the same car as you," and he blows it up.
Yeah.
The best thing about that entire movie is there's this TV series that everyone watches, and it was made for the movie. Just the TV stuff in general, like the commercials and stuff, like with the T-Rex that's randomly in, like, oh, this is the climax of the movie. Oh, I'm ready for it. T-Rex shows up on screen. Excuse me?
And it was a car commercial,
yeah,
too.
for the 6,000 sucks.
Yeah. Damn.
But
I'd buy that for $1.
I was just going to say it. The line, the buy it for $1 line is amazing.
Wow. Yeah, that's...
I was going to put RoboCop on this title card for this podcast, but I can't because I put him on the last title.
Oh,
did you watch Gundam?
No.
You were supposed to watch Gundam so we could talk about it. I completely forgot about it in your thing.
Yeah.
Oh, bitch.
My bad.
I actually have to go and switch something around because I don't have my credit card's expired right now and I haven't switched anything. So if Crunchyroll goes down, let me know because
I haven't used it since I watched Demon Hunter.
Slayer. Then.
Yeah.
Demon Hunter. Oh, actually, no. I probably won't until halfway through November, but because my credit card's expired right now and I haven't changed it out yet, and I don't plan to until I paid it off. So I have to go and put my debit credit into it. So
yeah.
Because I want it to pay off, and guess what? Guess what's the best way to do that? By not be able to spend money on it.
True. I often think about, like, you know, you used to see it on TV, people cutting up credit cards. Maybe your parents did it. I thought about doing that, or at least locking it away. But then I'm like, I encounter so many scenarios where, like,
a credit card
I would not be able to function without it.
My debit credit can work for what I need it for right now, at least. And then once I pay it off, I'll just sign up the new credit card that I have. Well, I have a new one.
I wanted to get a debit credit, and I asked them for it. They say, "Oh, sorry, we don't do debit credits."
Where do you
go? BMO.
Oh.
Which is a bold-faced fucking lie. Because I've seen multiple people with it who got it before I asked. Like, even my mom has one, I'm pretty sure.
Well, debit credits are just useful anyways.
Yeah,
because if you want to buy something online and you don't have you don't want to use your credit card or whatever reason is fit for you.
I think the guy just fucking lied to me so that I would sign up for a credit card. And I got my credit card when I was 18, and it gave me a $3,000 limit. And I've hit that limit so many fucking times.
Mine's $3,000 limit now, and I'm paying it off because that's why I bought the computer with. Oh, well, I've definitely paid off the computer by this point. It's just me constantly spending and putting it on. Yeah,
that's my biggest problem is I spend, like, equal to or more than what I make.
Yeah. Well, that's why, because, like, I can easily pay it off, but then it's like I keep putting more on and putting more off. Yeah. So that's why I want to get back to, like, being fully paid, and then I can just leave it. Yeah. Or I'll keep it where it is and then just have that backup money for emergencies.
The height of my adult life was when I had completely paid off my credit card and I had $2,000 in my checking. And, oh, God, I didn't have to worry about a goddamn thing. And then I went to school and bought a car like a fucking idiot. And here I am. I didn't follow what I went to school for, and now I have a shitty car.
But you got Bones Malone.
Fuck you.
So, also with the channel, so we are going to try and record something next week for you guys, because we only got an episode of Astral Chain, an episode of Zelda. We might not do it. Well, we'll probably do some Zelda. We might not do Astral Train. We might come back to Astral Train eventually, but we might just leave it. We're gonna play it by ear.
Yeah. If people want it, like, if somewhere down the line people watch the videos and they're like, hey, we want to see more of this. Sure.
Yeah, we'll bring it back.
We'll bring it back.
We got title cards for it. So if it's got a title card, there's a much better chance we'll want to use those title cards. What we're just going to do, especially because Brianna's super busy, I don't want to bother her with, we might do a series of this. I'll probably just make, like, little shitty cards for now, and then...
Yeah.
Because we got assets that we can use.
Yeah. There's no point in, like, making fancy ones for smaller series.
Yeah, exactly. If, like, maybe I'll think, now it's not
if there's a game we hit where, like, either one of us just wants to play the whole fucking thing, sure.
Yeah, like Link's Awakening, we're gonna finish. Yeah. I still want to do my video about how it's about, like, you know what I mean. The thing, the Jesse theory video thing that I want to make with Link's Awakening.
Sure, I don't know what you're talking about, but sure.
I'm trying to keep it vague so I don't spoil the game.
Fair enough.
So having the footage for that would be useful. And yeah, that's about it.
Plus, I'm not going to play it, but I am still curious.
And it's cute. It's a fun game. I can beat it quickly.
Yeah.
It's not hard by any means.
It's a Zelda game.
We don't know what the other game will... We're going to do like a one-off for the other thing for now. Yeah. We might just do some one-offs here and there. Yeah. Like I said, maybe some Luigi's Mansion. Yeah. We'll see. I got a lot of games we can play. So we can always just bring something in. We're not going to play Pokemon on the channel, but we will do streaming it. Yeah. That being said, with the stream for Pokemon, I will probably also be playing Pokemon at work. So it's going to be a very... If you're coming to the stream to follow the story, you're wasting your goddamn time.
Yeah. You're going to get little snippets, and it's...
Yeah, it's more just for you guys to watch every now and then, or like...
Very lowbrow, just, you know, someone to hang out and watch.
Exactly. Where Final Fantasy, I try to keep all the stuff on there. But, like I said, I'm also going to... Eventually, when they fucking fix Realm Reborn... Yeah. I do get that they should streamline Realm Reborn. I do agree with that. Not because I find the story boring, but because it's long.
There's so much unnecessary shit that they just put in because they're finding their way.
Well, it's not even that. At the time, they were making content, which was good. Because if you think about it, at the time, if you're playing it Realm Reborn when it was coming out, oh man, there's more story content. Oh man, there's more story content. Yeah. It's just literally making content for people to play.
Yeah.
Now... It's like, man, I really want to get to Heaven's Ward because everyone says it's great, and I have to go through 3 days worth of content.
Yeah.
That being said, I like all of the endgame stuff for the most part. It just goes on, except for I don't mind the part with Tataru where she's going to school and she becomes a failure. I don't like it because she becomes a failure, and it's like she just gives up on it.
Yeah.
I do like later on it comes back to that though, like in Stormblood when you fight the turtles.
Oh,
and she summons the thing and it fucks off and you're like...
Yeah, good times.
Yeah. So what did we learn from today's podcast?
Final Fantasy is better than WoW.
Yeah.
Objectively. RoboCop is a wild adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Clifton's fatter than me.
We didn't learn that. That's your statement. Bring Clifton on a podcast and have like
what else do we talk about? Luigi's Mansion is allegedly good.
Allegedly, is it better than Final Fantasy? Still up for debate.
Yeah.
Blizzard's digging a hole, but Diablo 4 looks great.
Yeah.
I'm actually genuinely excited for Diablo 4.
Yeah. I mean, the game wow, I can't fucking talk. I'm pulling a Clifton. I think the gameplay looked good.
Yes. Well, the problem
was pretty bare bones. Obviously, it's like a pre-alpha footage.
The problem with Diablo games is I love them for a month.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I just grind gear now. But it's not like WoW or Final Fantasy how you grind gear. It's just, just keep beating the game over and over again.
Yeah.
And to me, that's not that fun. I get why people would like that kind of game, but...
Well, people like playing the game for the gameplay.
No, a lot of people actually aren't that excited for Diablo 4.
Really?
Yeah, because Pathfinder still looks... Or what's it called? Not Pathfinder.
But they don't even need phones.
What's the game called that...
Path of Exile?
Path of Exile. People think still looks better.
God, it just...
My problem with Path of Exile is it has no classes. I don't like... I have to go find my abilities and equip them. Like, I think it's a cool system, but it's a bad system.
Yeah.
Especially for a game that's randomly... Like, I want to be able to play my class how I can play it, not have to go and fucking...
I don't want to build it from scratch.
I love all the building systems they have in that game, but not for that kind of game.
Yeah, I tried to play it, and I got, like, to the first settlement or whatever, which is, like, 2 seconds into the game.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, this game's fucking garbage.
Pretty sure Path of Exile is just about Australia anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Yeah. If you guys are playing and watching this and you're on Zalera, and this is recent, not if you're watching this if we ever get popular 10 years from now, when we're dead. That's still
if we're still playing by then, fuck it. Hit us up.
Yeah, maybe we still don't have a free company.
DM us on Twitter.
Well, if we're dead, because my theory is we're gonna get popular when we die.
Yeah.
That's still my fan theory. We'll both die in a terrible sex accident.
Yeah.
Not what you guys think. Like, Dylan will be sexist again, and I will slip on butter, and we'll both die.
Yeah.
Not even near each other.
It's been preordained. We went to a psychic.
A gypsy woman yelled this at Dylan at the bank.
What the
when he was
fuck?
asking for a credit debit. He's like, "Give me my credit debit." She's like, "You'll die, sexist, and your friend will slip on butter." What?
Which one?
You should just go to TD. Because you go to TD and they just give you the credit debit.
TD fucking is just... I only see problems as TD.
I've been there before you were born.
Sure.
That's not true, but...
Like, at least at work, everyone who comes in with a TD card, I'm like, oh, here we fucking go. And then they try the tap and it doesn't fucking work. And I'm like, haha, sorry, the machine's kind of weird. And they're like, no, my card just sucks. And I'm like,
it's because they're fucking idiots that don't put the tap on there. They'll steal all my money.
That's true.
And then they try tapping. They're like, I told them not to put it on there. I don't know why it's not working.
That's true.
I have more problems with just people. I hate when it's busy and you get those people. Well, it's not. Well, actually, you're starting to experience now, I'm sure, where people will come in store and you have like a full screen. You're like, fuck. Okay, hopefully this is to pick up.
Oh, literally, fucking today, this guy was giving me lip. He's like, "What? You haven't made my order yet?" I'm like, "Buddy, you called 5 minutes ago, and like I'm by myself. I had 3 orders before your fucking thing popped up."
I've never had people give me lip. It's more me giving them lip because they come in. They like give their pizza. I'm like, it's this much. I'm sending them the machine. Then they're like, I have 10 on cash and then the rest on debit. So I put in the debit. They don't have tap, so they they try tapping it. And they're like, I forgot I don't do tap.
Oh man, yeah.
And then they put it in the card. And then they have the world's longest fucking pin code. And they're like, doot doot, because they're clearly so rich that they have to split cash and debit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the guy that came in who was giving me lip, he like was fumbling with his wallet for like a good 2 to 3 minutes. And he was like fucking trying to get his cash out. And like I got an order on the screen and I'm like, let's fucking go. And he's like, and then he was like, oh, you haven't made my order yet? I'm like, no, because you're taking 10 minutes to give me your fucking cash.
I get so frustrated when I'm by myself.
Yeah.
Because it's like, not that it's hard, it's just like, you have to do so many things at
there's
once.
so many little things.
Your ovens are much more important than our ovens because you don't have a guard, so they'll just fall the fuck off, won't they?
No, we have a guard.
Oh, you do have a guard?
Yeah.
Last time I went there, they didn't have a guard.
Yeah. No, they added, there's like a little sheet and then a guard.
Oh, okay.
So like, it'll literally, it's so much better.
That being said, it'll still crush.
Yeah.
That's, if you can't do ovens properly.
But like, the ovens are super slow. So, like, there should never be a time where they crush.
Well, they're not super slow. I think yours is just as fast as ours.
6.5 minutes.
Yeah, it's just as fast as ours. There's not Brandon's ovens.
No.
Brandon's ovens make a pizza in like 4 minutes for those of you.
It's so weird going from a fast to a slow. Because, like, I'll check, and it's like halfway, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I have no concept of time anymore.
I'm really good at micromanaging that stuff. That's why I prefer myself on ovens at our store because I'm the only one who micromanages both. Unless it's like super busy.
This isn't really podcast, dog.
Yeah, it is. I'm talking about how good I am on ovens.
All right.
And then I can like switch.
Nobody knows what we're talking about.
Ovens, pizza oven.
Most of these people probably.
All right, everybody, check our stream out. Enter the contest. Unless you're watching this more than a month from when it released, then there's no contest. There might be a new contest. I don't know.
Maybe.
Need to fucking
check out a new contest. Or don't
win 6 Boigle Bings when you share this video.
Oh, Boigle Bings.
Dylan's like, I like me some good Boigle Bing.
Hey.
We got them from the Pikmin dealership.
Oh man, I don't know why I found it so funny that one recording after we talked about it.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
Pikmin dealership. Let's do a one-off of Pikmin.
Yeah.
If they bring it on Switch, I'll do a one-off for Pikmin. Because I've never played Pikmin. Have you played Pikmin?
Neither.
Natasha.
For the longest time, I thought Pikmin was Patapon. You know what Patapon is?
No, now you're speaking.
It's a game for PSP, and it has little guys like Pikmin, but like it's a rhythm game.
Yeah. And
you control them like these little guys, and they make like a society to the beat, and like you have different instruments, and that's all I gleaned from it. I never fucking played it. Tommy had it. He's the only one who ever had a PSP. But I saw him play it, and he raved about it.
Isaac had a PSP with Darth Vader on it, and he had Final Fantasy Tactics.
Damn.
And it's a much better version than the PS1 version.
I remember Tommy also had fucking Ape Escape on PSP. And we played the shit out of that, but he didn't have a memory card. So we had to leave it on. And his abusive dad caught us playing it after bedtime one time, and they beat us.
And he only cared about this Ape Escape. If it was any other game, it'd be fun. He's like, you better not be playing that.
And
God
then
damn
he turned it off, and we lost all of our progress.
Let's kill him.
And he spanked us.
He can't spank you. You're not his kid.
I know.
I'm gonna go over there. Let's go to his house.
He
let's go right now. Let's make a live action video.
Off top bunk one time.
Let's make a live action video where we spank Tommy's dad.
He also pulled my hair one time.
You don't have hair.
Not sexually.
What, has there been sexually waste time though?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Alright, live action video. We're gonna beat the shit out of Tommy's dad. Come watch.
Oh, that would be rad.
Yeah.
He looks like robo-cop though, so watch out.
So we just need to get an anti.
But like an uglier, more bald robo-cop.
You can be uglier than that?
Not, handsome robo-cop, but ugly and bald.
Oh, like before he's RoboCop.
Yeah.
Alex Murphy. Even.
Alex Murphy.
Yes. Not that Alex Murphy's attractive.
He's alright. I'm sure they considered him attractive in the 90s or 80s or whatever.
Red Foreman looks more attractive than that man.
He's like the white Morgan Freeman. Not because of his voice or his, anything, but just the fact that he's always been old.
Yeah.
He was born old.
And he's always kicking around and shit. He's crazy in that movie. He's like kicking the seats and shit.
Get the fucking cops away from sticking gum on people's shit.
That movie's a lot of 90s stuff. Like, I think that movie invented most of it, because there was an 80s movie, so it couldn't have been, but it invented all the 90s stuff.
It paved the way for the 90s.
Like girls blowing bubble gums and stuff. Like, the weirdest part about that movie is when he's behind them, and instead of just shooting them, he's like, throws the mirror, and then starts shooting them all up. Tee-hee, tee-hee.
Yeah, like, after they're distracted, even though they weren't paying attention to begin with. Like...
And they also were really good at firing those rifles until it mattered about firing those rifles.
Yeah.
Because if they would have hit him with one of those...
Well, I mean, to be fair, they were firing at storefronts and cars.
Yes.
As opposed to a human. But still, he's a pretty big fucking target.
And he's a slow...
Yeah.
He's fat. Like, because people are like, well, they made him slow, so he's shitty. It's like, yeah, but he's like a tank. Yeah. Except...
They had anti-tank rifles.
Yeah. Exactly.
Anyways...
Yeah, I think that's a good place to end this. Yeah. I was going to say something else, but then you went on your whole Ape Escape fucking mumble jumble.
Yeah, blame Ape Escape.
Yeah, I'll always blame Ape Escape.
Ape Escape!
I'm going to go back in time where I become Tommy's dad and beat you.
Nice.
And then that's why I shut off Ape Escape. It isn't because I am a
It's because we talked about it in the future?
Yeah. Like,
wow.
You're the reason I forget.
And that follows the rules of time.
At that moment, me and you kicked down the door and beat the shit out of me from the future. Still following the rules of future, probably. And then we beat you in the past as the future us. Why would I beat myself? Yeah, teach you a lesson.
I saw this thing, like a meme about time travel the other day, and I fucking put in the comments, I'm like, fuck. I
can't remember who posted it. Somebody on my Facebook posted I think it's, like, I'm not saying they're wrong or right, but somebody posted a thing about, like, Santa should be genderless or a woman, and something like that, and then they had a comment that's like, this is getting ridiculous, Santa is a man, and I was like, I don't agree with the statement. I'm like, yeah, sure, Santa's a man, whatever, he's been a man for years, I don't know why they have to change him, but I was like, Santa isn't real.
You got me there, logic.
Anyways, with that, we'll leave it.
Yeah.
I hope you guys have a good night.
Thanks for coming out.
Happy Friday.
Thanks for listening to us ramble.
Give him a kiss.
About random shit.
Give him a kiss.
Mwah.
Okay, we're gonna go record the live action where we beat the shit out of Tommy's dad. Bye, everybody.
See you in the past.
Oh, my pee-pee gets bigger when I'm in the past. What if you just turn, when you go on the time travel, is you just turn into the same version, you go and turn into that version of you in that time?
But your dick stays the same?
Yes.